aromatherapy. Okay, so let's get going on time with this gadget.
Okay, madam, can I try?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, go ahead.
All right, maybe I can try from the perspective of the word aroma. Aroma is something that has to do with smelling and mainly sweet smell. So in this case, we're trying to talk about treatment that has to do with using sweet smelling substances for therapeutic effect to conditions, something like that.
Okay, okay. Good. Anybody else? Any addition? Any subtraction? Can everyone hear me clearly? Okay, so moving on. Let's move on. So complementary medicine is used alongside conventional medicine. This we have already looked at. It helps patients alleviate symptoms and most often improve the quality of life. So from the types of medicines that we have looked at, we have established that most of these complementary and alternative medicine usually deal with non-communicable diseases, okay, and a few infectious diseases, obviously, and they do work as prophylaxis, okay. Then one thing that we have established is that they have a holistic approach, okay, where the patient is seen as a whole and not just the disease which they have, okay. So let's look at today's unit, which is aromatherapy. Like we've said, this is unit 8. This is unit 8, and in here we are going to, the outline of this lecture is we will look at some definitions. What is aromatherapy? Its a brief origin, and then essential oils, what they are, and like McLawrence has said, we're talking about the smell, be it pleasant, nice, or offensive, whichever way, but then the whole idea is that it should bring some therapeutic effect on the person who's exposed to the smells. And then classes of essential oils, extraction, therapeutic properties, and then the practice itself. Okay, so that's the outline of this topic. So let's quickly go into definitions. Aroma, the pure essence from plants. So it's the essence from plants. Okay. Therapy, treatment intended to relieve or heal a disorder or to bring a therapeutic effect. Okay, to bring wholeness. And then the combined words aromatherapy is a form of alternative medicine practiced by the inhalation and topical application of pure essence of plants. So these pure essence of plants are referred to as essential oils. Okay. So aromatherapy is used to enhance physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual well-being. Well, the biggest part of this kind of practice and part of the equation is the essential oils, okay, which are light and concentrated, volatile or ethereal oils, which evaporate when exposed to heat or light, okay, and they easily oxidize when exposed to oxygen or any form of other air, oxidize or hydrolyze, and they are very sensitive. Okay, so those are the definitions that we should keep in mind about this kind of practice. Okay, so what is aromatherapy? It's a branch of complementary or alternative medicine, also referred to as the essential oil therapy. Okay, it is the art and science of utilizing naturally extracted aromatic essence from plants to balance, to promote health of the body, mind, and spirit, and to harmonize the body system to bring balance. One of the practices that we looked at in Ayurvedic medicine talks about the holistic approach where the body, soul, and mind have to be in harmony with the universe. Okay, where we've got the air, water, and then we also have fire, and all those elements that were mentioned to bring a holistic approach to therapeutic effect over somebody's body. So aromatherapy seeks to unify physiological, psychological, and spiritual processes of the body to enhance an individual's innate healing process. So we know that we have an innate healing process where we talk about our immune system. We've got the one that we are inborn, which the body itself fights off and wards off all kinds of infections and disorders that can want to develop. And then there's also the immune system that we acquire from outside and maybe from exposure from other things in sense of prophylaxis or holistic practice. It is both a preventative approach as well as an active method to employ during acute and chronic stages of certain illnesses and disease. We had looked at what disease was in homeopathic medicine. It's a form of metabolic imbalance, okay, where the body is not at ease. And because the body is not at ease, a disease now ensues or develops as a result of that imbalance or disharmony between the body system and the metabolic activities. So you will see that most of these alternative and complementary medicine, they have more or less the same approach or more or less the same philosophy to tackling or managing illnesses. Okay, so what is the origin? Where did this practice originate from? The name aromatherapy originated in 1928 from a French perfumer and chemist. So you agree that when we are talking about when we are talking about aroma, we are talking about scents, essence from plants, and then this industry is extremely huge because we just want to smell good. Even us, it makes you feel all right. It makes you feel good. Can you imagine? I mean, all of us must have been exposed to maybe visiting somebody in hospital. The smell around somebody who's very ill or the smell around the hospital isn't pleasant. So some of these smells really can either depress or they can uplift somebody's spirit. So it is very, very important. Much as it is a type of practice, it actually helps bring and invoke that innate healing system in our bodies. He distinguished the medicinal application of essential oils from perfumery applications. That's the word aromatherapy. Means the therapeutic application or the medicinal use of aromatic substances or of essential oils. As the practice of aromatherapy has progressed over the years, it has adopted a more holistic approach encompassing the whole body, mind, and the spirit. This is not to invoke
I mean, what is happening?
Wayamba Anso Davison ka?
Yeah.
Wayamba Anso Davison na muzako mainga ya.
What have I done?
Ndimwe wabili mulo wa network.
Hii network yaso ni ukwanga teke. Swara pasta dere kapakazi ngati zivini basi. Mr. Peter McLawrence.
Hello, everyone. I'm just from talking to Dr. Walia. So she's having a challenge like for last time where she lost network, but now she's trying to get back on the platform because she said that today she has to deliver the lecture. I think kindly linger around a little bit. If this persists, then I'll give further guidance again. Yeah.
All right, sir.
All right, sir.
Thank you, Mark Lawrence.
Aona bamtasharupia nomba hapa bamona mwamuye warupia wameneza kubana ulemu kozi mamembers yake rupia sienze kubu
Bala kumangani poni. Can you mute your mic?
ero kupasa ule mkata ndishe chimani baba chakada hakuchozezana chito
Lorraine.
Madam
Mute your mic.
Lorraine.
they are quiet,
Oh.
they can't campaign,
Kama politics.
zero wali
Alpenda, take it over, bro.
it's like
Eh? Ati Bizimai. Ndana aleba message ati Bizimai. Tyson.
Tyson, wewe na gripe. Tyson.
Tyson sambera Tyson.
Wewe Tyson sambera Tyson.
Mweke watampeleka kundende.
Ati Bizimai.
Yeah.
mbona na Facebook nababikana
Nikapo sina ngani.
Ikaliko kuoneka.
Moses Tyson akambepa foot.
Amvera Python nimuleke na comment anso.
Sikiliza mimi mizimani zovuta.
Python.
It's okay.
Hello. Okay, Davison, you've got your hand up. Welcome back, people.
Thank you. No, it's just a mistake, madam.
Pardon?
It's just a mistake.
Okay.
Yes.
Internet is very, very erratic. It's been something else. So let's try to just use up the time that we have. We see how much we can cover. Okay, I guess we can continue before we have a break again. Yeah. Okay, so I was talking about the origin. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam. We can get
Okay.
you.
You are seeing this there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about the origin, okay, and how Rene Maurice Gattefosse is the one who really came up with this word or practice of aromatherapy. Okay, as the practice progressed over the years, it has adopted a more holistic approach encompassing the whole body, mind, and spirit. So the practice of aromatherapy, however, also dates back to ancient times and Bible times. I'm sure we are all aware of the essence that is actually burnt in some churches, a mirror, and sometimes you have what is called lubani, cinnamon, cassia, calamus. All those are actually used in the Christian circles. Okay, sheep's blood and hyssop were also placed over the doors of Jewish families to protect them from the plague that took the firstborn sons of the Egyptians. I'm sure you're aware of that Bible story. You're aware of that Bible story. So aromatherapy, it may not have had the name aromatherapy, but the science of essence or using essence, plant essence, and for therapeutic effect has been in practice for quite some time now. Okay, in 4500 BC, Egyptians used myrrh and cedar wood for embalming their dead, and even this practice a long time ago, you are aware of the Egyptian mummies, okay? So that's how they got to preserve them, to prove the fact that discover the modern researchers that cedarwood oil contains natural fixatives and strong antibacterial properties. Okay, so it's the properties that medicinal properties that these plant oils are exploited for, and then they are used for different kinds of things. Hippocrates, a Greek father of medicine, recommended regular aromatherapy baths and scented massages to ward off plagues from Athens. Okay, so aromatherapy is a very important practice that even now, as an alternative medicine or complementary medicine, usually it's as a complementary medicine, but as a therapeutic or prophylactic therapy. So let's look at the essence or the element that makes this practice to be a reality. Okay. So we look at essential oils. So what are essential oils? These are other volatile compounds found in only about 10% of the plant kingdom. Okay. So you can imagine that essential oils, important as they are only found in about 10% of the plant kingdom. So not all plants have got ethereal oils. Okay. They are stored in special secretory structures of the plant, such as the glands. So here, there are there are images. So this is a gland, okay? And this is using a very strong microscope, electron microscope. This is the top of a leaf. This is a leaf structure, okay? On either their darkshore side or their backshore side, the back or the top of the leaf. Using an electron microscope, you are able to see these glands. These two are glands that you are able to see on top of of certain leaves. These two are glands. Okay, so there are different kinds of glands. Okay, and these are called trichomes. Okay, secretory hairs, secretory ducts like this, or cavities and resin ducts. Resin ducts, you're going to find them a lot on tree stems. On the stems, unlike on the leaves. On the leaves, you're going to find the trichome and a very few ducts and cavities. And then the total essential oil in plants rarely exceeds 1%. So even when we are talking about this 10% of the plant kingdom having volatile compounds, in these glands, the essential oil component is just about 1%. So you can imagine what a gem essential oils are. They are not readily available. They are not so abundant in the plant kingdom, or they are rarely found. They are rarely found commodities. The reason why you find that essential oils are extremely expensive. A 10 ml bottle of essential oils will cost so much, okay, a lot of money, because one, it is not easily found. Two, the process of extracting it from the plant is very laborious, and it's very needs careful, high-tech techniques in order for us to have those essential oils, okay? So the total is about 1%, but can reach 10% in certain plants, for instance, cloves and nutmeg. Okay, but most of them, it's really in very minute concentrations. So what are the chemical properties of essential oils? They are hydrophobic. Okay, they are soluble in certain solvents, mostly alcohol solvents, rarely so in water. That's why they are hydrophobic. They are non-polar and weakly polar solvent constituents. They can form waxes or oils. Okay, so some can be found as a form of waxes. So you'll find that there are certain leaves or plants that have got very shiny leaves. So those are waxes. They're called glaucous, if you like. And then, or oils, which leaves that can be very, very oily, or petals, rose flowers, for instance, that can actually have these oils in the ducts as the essential oils. They are mostly colorless or pale yellow, except for chamomile, which is blue. So most of the essential oils, you'll find that they are colorless. Due to the molecular structures, like olefenic, the double bonds and functional groups like hydroxyl, aldehydes, and esters, essential oils are highly oxidizable by light, heat, and air. So this makes them very, very unstable, one, and very, very they are chemical compounds that need careful storing, that need careful handling, because they are fragile. Okay, oxidizable by heat, by light, and light, heat, and air. Okay, so they are not chemical compounds that you can handle anyhow, like the non-volatile chemical compounds. So they are a gem, and you would imagine the expense of practicing this kind of medicine. Okay, very little, but then the reward that comes with using it is actually awesome. So here is just some images of some of the common ones. Oxidation of beta-caryophyllene by air at room temperature. So you can imagine just at room temperature, which can be 20 to about 26 degrees C, they are able to oxidize. So those of you who are so familiar with perfumes and things like that, there are certain perfumes that bottled, they are really, really nice. And then when you wear the perfume, it smells different with time as it is going. It means that the oxidation process keeps on going. It keeps on going until at the time that maybe it even stops smelling nice, or it develops more and more. The smell becomes nicer and nicer on oxidation. We have linalool acetate and then linalool as well, and these easily oxidize. It's rare that you'll find them as pure essential oil. You will find them mostly as those that are actually oxidized. Okay, so let's proceed. So classes of essential oil compounds. We've got hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons, example, are limonene. Limonene is one of the abundant essential oils that is found in citrus fruits. Myrcene, phenine, sabinine, cymon, and phelendrine. What are the bioactivities of these? They are stimulants, antiviral, anti-tumor, decongestants, antibacterial, and hepatoprotective. And then we've got esters as well. Esters are also those that you are going to find a lot in some citrus fruits as well, in the form of acetate, geranyl acetate, eugenol, bonyl acetate. So in these tables, these notes are going to be uploaded on Moodle, so you can have a look at them and just familiarize yourselves with the groupings: hydrocarbons, esters, oxides, lactones, and then the bioactivity components that they are known for. Okay, so these are the table. This is the table that we have looked at: alcohols, phenols, aldehydes, and ketones. So basically, these are the functional groupings that you are going to find, okay, of these ethereal oils or essential oils, and then the bioactivities that they have been that they are known for. Okay, so here we have structures of some of the essential oils as pure essential oils. You'll find that the whole purpose of this is to show that it's not like a one size fits all. They are very diverse in structure. There are those that are very simple and those that can be quite complicated, like bisabular. Okay, they are quite big, and it goes with the smell as well. When they are big, the smell is a little bit heavier, but again, taking in consideration the functional group, what kind of functional group is attached to that essential oils. And even then, most of essential oils, all of them, I would say, they are extracted using very fragile methods. The most common being distillation, either steam distillation or hydrodistillation. In third year, you learned the different types of extracting volatile chemical compounds and the ones that were better, okay, depending on the plant material that you are dealing with. For instance, we looked at some essential oils that can be obtained from the rose plant, from rose petals, and the best extraction method we had talked about was, anyone? For roses, what was the best extraction method we discussed? That is last year, of course. Hello? So we just have less than 1 minute, and then please join in again. Okay, when we are cut off, just start joining in. Carbon dioxide extraction subjecting liquid carbon dioxide to high pressure causes it to be inert and safe, hence used to extract aromatic molecules in a process similar to solvent extraction, where they are put in beds, and then those huge beds of plant material has the carbon dioxide passed over, and then the extraction takes place. No solvent residue remains, since at normal pressure and temperature, carbon dioxide reverts back to its gaseous form. Okay, and then there's aqueous infusion. Here we've got in like tea, where you put the leaves in a container, and then on it you pour boiling water and the aroma. So most of this kind of extraction is a traditional one that is used. I'm sure you know what kufutisha is. Yeah, you get some leaves, and then those leaves you may grind, maybe semi-grind them somehow, and then on top of, you put them in a container, in a dish or something like that, and then pour boiling water. And then when you pour boiling water, you start inhaling those essential oils that are coming to for relief. A lot of times for sinuses or certain kinds of headaches, people use that, or decongesting the chest. Okay, and even just for beauty therapies, you find that people will do that in order to steam their faces with these essential oils. So cold and hot pressing also, and you have there where wax, beeswax sometimes can be filled onto the leaves, and then those beeswax is heated up, and then when it's heated up, it melts the essential oils from the leaves. Enflorate, this is the best that is actually used to extract essential oils from rose petals, for instance. Okay, they are put in a tray. The rose petals are put in a tray, which is filled with fat, and then on top of them another fat, and then it's heated. With that heating of fat, they get to extract the essential oil. Supercritical fluid extraction, this is also more like carbon dioxide. And then phytonic process uses refrigerants, fluorocarbon solvents at very, very low temperatures. Okay, so you will see that essential oils, these oils are very, very sensitive to heat and very, very sensitive to light. So these elements are actually avoided in all these extraction processes. So note chemical composition of the oil, qualitative and quantitative and qualitative differ according to the extraction method. So, and the quality, yeah, that's the qualitative, actually differs. Hydro and steam distillation yield oils that are rich in terpene hydrocarbons. Okay, so this information is very, very important when you know what kind of essential oils you are looking at, okay? Especially when you are aware of the functional groupings of the kind of essential oils that you are looking for. Are they alcohol-based? Are they aldehydes in nature? Are they hydrocarbons in nature? Yeah, are they terpenoids in nature? What kind of hydrocarbons are we talking about? Okay, supercritical extracted oils are rich in oxygenated compounds and yields are higher. So this is more or less than fluoride, where also yields are quite high. You decide, you know the choice of the extraction of these essential oils is very important. If you get petals, you just place them. They really smell really nice. But then when you get a rose petal and then crush it in between your fingers, it will have a very nice smell. Later on, it actually oxidizes so fast such that it now smells very dull. And with that dull, you just don't want to smell it anymore. So you are careful not to macerate, you are careful not to crush or injure those plant elements where you want to extract your essential oils from. Okay, so let's move on. Aromatherapy oils, there are so many, not so many. Remember, it's 10% of the plant kingdom. So basil, bergamot, and then the list is there quite endless. And most of the ones that are common, we've got eucalyptus, we've got frankincense, that you know, ginger oils, you know, anise, orange, lavender oils. These you can easily find them in our natural or herb shops. Okay, so we continue with aromatherapy, 8 aromatherapy scents that are also quite common and are used especially in certain kinds of treatment. Massage, in most of these massage parlors, you'll find eucalyptus, you'll find sandalwood, you'll find jasmine, lavender, rosemary, and peppermint not so much. This is used a lot in industry. For instance, in gum industry, toothpaste, those are the kind of essential oils that are added to our products. Okay, so rosemary, how does rosemary work therapeutically? Thought to stimulate the brain and mental performance. Okay, lavender, one of the most widely used oils for uplifting and relaxing the mood of someone. Peppermint, I've talked about how it relieves, can be used in most of these products, in candies, in toothpaste, used to relieve mental fatigue, enhance alertness, and enhance memory. Jasmine used to fight stress and anxiety. Thyme to help improve memory and concentration, also known to relax the nervous system. Lemon from and other citrus fruits, limonene mostly, for uplifting aroma of lemon has been known to enhance mental clarity and reduce stress and depression. Thyme may help improve memory and concentration. So you see that most of these essential oils have to do with the brain system, memory, stress, anxiety. Okay? So this is really a part that is aromatherapy concentrates on, but it's understood, right? Because where do we have the sense to smell? It's on the face, it's on the head, right? Unless we talk about topical use of these essential oils, which we also can be used, but not so much. Rarely, and it's not even advisable to ingest essential oils. They are just used for inhaling and then also topical use. Okay, we talked about eucalyptus, mostly for bronchial passages, also to really reduce headaches, sinuses, and mental fatigue. And then sandalwood to calm and relax and induce relaxation. So let's look at examples of therapeutic properties. Okay, chamomile, we talked about. The main active compounds are bisabolol and camozoline. Properties: anti-inflammatory, anti-allergic, antipyretic, healing, decongestive, and antispasmodic. So these are some of the things that it's good to know. And when you are using natural products, especially of essential oil nature, you know that you are not using them and conflicting with other chemicals that you are already using. Cedarwood, we have main compounds are limonene. Okay, so it's important to know. Limonene, this you can use as a larvicidal, this is tonic. So larvicidal, you can use it well to spray in the house or to spray against insects, bee, ants, those are crawling and those that fly. Okay, it also has all those properties that have been outlined there. Anise, main component is anisole. Properties again and plasmatic. So you'll find that most of these properties are similar, but when you're doing aromatherapy, for you that have had a chance to do therapy, massage, you'll find out that when all these are being used, you actually relax, you have your muscles relax, you have your mind relax, you have everything just coming back to normal. Okay, so a lot of these aroma therapy, volatile chemical compounds are stress relievers. Okay, most of them are stress relievers. You realize that most of the properties are those to do with stress, okay, and the mental capabilities. So that's the list. We've got garlic, we've got clove, and then we've got dill, and these are common chemical, they are common plants that you actually use in your everyday cooking, or maybe some of you use them to just make it more smell nice, and then you have them in your garden. There are so many things that these things can be used for, and they are other than just for a holistic approach to bring physiological and pharmacological effect, therapeutic effect on human beings. Most of these grown in gardens, they also ward off insects, flying, both flying and crawling insects, okay, because of the properties that they have. Cinnamon, we've got oranges, we've got eucalyptus, which is very common there. Okay, any questions before we go to the practice? Any questions? Class? Any questions?